Hey all, and welcome back to Pokémon Sword. Welcome to Motostoke, basically the industrial capital, but not the actual capital of Galar. This place is honestly kind of cool, just in terms of like the rustic, industrial era aesthetic and whatnot. It's very British. They're still shilling Charizard, but you know, not everything can be perfect, I suppose. There should have been 2 Charizards there to make it extra perfect. What was that goblin-type man doing there?
Oh, don't worry, we'll see a lot of him.
Red post box!
I know! It's ridiculous, like, basically they're just hitting, like, British stereotypes of things that you expect to see when you go to the UK, but there's something slightly incredibly thrilling seeing it. I don't know, I think there's just something in me, I think because everything in general is so Americanized, everything's set in America, everybody speaks with an American accent, just seeing Britishisms everywhere in a game just makes me really happy. It's why things like Xenoblade Chronicles is dub, The Last Story's dub, Pandora's Towers dub, I think also the dub of Ni no Kuni, Wrath of the White Witch.
Oh yeah.
All of that just made me really, really, really happy because it's really cool to see British accents and other Britishisms get more kind of focus because there are some amazing actors and...
Okay, you're rambling a bit now, Richie. You could just shorten it down to, it was nice to have a British-focused region. And for me, I was a bit cool on Galar, noticing how linear it was at first, and I feel that criticism still stands. Like,
oh yes,
there's not enough routes, and the region feels a bit too linear for its own good. But I will stand by my compliment of I find the game to be aesthetically and visually pleasing. On a technical level, yes, it is rough around the edges, but in terms of, like, I don't know, colour theory, or whatever the fuck it's called, I like how the game looks on a base level.
Please continue talking about colour theory, Tom.
Nope, I won't. I'm not going to do
it. No, but I will say I do enjoy that this all spawned from us being a bunch of sad fucks who get excited about postbox.
Yes, basically.
But I do really like Galar. It does look absolutely beautiful in the right places. So, yeah, I do agree there.
I've got to say, I have a certain affinity for the postal system ever since I was little. Maybe it was Postman Pat and his terrible pro-post propaganda. But I watched Klaus over the Christmas season.
Oh god, that's amazing.
And I really enjoyed it. I couldn't stop fucking thinking of the main dude as Cusco for like the first 20 minutes or so, because the mannerisms are like almost identical.
Yeah, Jesper really is very much like Cusco, but Klaus was just an absolute delight.
Yeah, it worked.
Netflix have done a very good job with getting some like classic Christmas films in sort of their new slate, because Christmas Chronicles was similar in sort of, you looked at it, you just go, could be cute, and you watch it, you go, oh my god, this is actually a really good Christmas film. And Klaus was exactly the same, but also Klaus was just really impressive because it was all like not necessarily hand, but 2D animated, and you just look at it, you just go, oh my god, they're wizards.
Well, it was by the guy who worked on Treasure Planet, I believe.
Yes, I think he was involved.
So, say what you will about the film, but it looks nice at the very least.
Oh god, yeah, and also it's really charming and really heartfelt.
We are not being paid to show Klaus, by the way, it's just a good movie.
Yes.
Trust me, no one would sponsor us.
Very true, mate, very true. Another Britishism, free healthcare.
I mean, that's been consistent. But although, to be fair, we didn't have to like wait 6 months for an appointment, so it's not entirely representative.
Like, we go out, we come back, and Scorebuddy's just dead on a trolley.
Oh god!
I mean, not entirely wrong.
No. Well, I mean, to be fair, it depends entirely on where you live, which I mean doesn't make it better. That's a thing, but certain places do have a better track record with appointments than others, but also it depends what the issue is. If it's like a GP appointment, like where I live, pretty easy to get, despite it being busy, but I know other places where it's like 2 months before you can be able to get one.
Oh, I mean, it's sheer, so I have no fucking luck.
Yeah, it's, yeah, and also there's obviously a lot of complicated political views. Well, people love the NHS in the UK, even if it's not perfect. And they really want to protect the NHS and are slightly confused why,
we started.
Yeah, we're going to leave it there. No. This is fantasy Britain. Look, I don't want to fight Boris Johnson for the cup, alright?
I mean, it'd be fun, but,
I like the fact there's, like, so many different brands around Galar. It does make everything feel a bit more organic, as it were. This is clearly like Starbucks or whatever. But we have a very big coffee culture here as well. Like, there's always, like, the tea lovers, but there's people who just don't like tea. They will be lost in the Great Purge to come.
Yes, they will be.
Well, these are all the different brands that sponsor Leon, aren't they?
Yeah, that's true, actually. That even goes as far as, like, you can get different brands of clothing as well, and some are just more expensive. Fuck them. I have, like, potions and whatnot to buy.
I don't know, I like making my character look fancy.
I do. One thing, and we'll be getting to the boutique in a second, so I may as well start talking about it here, is in the next game, I don't care if they're expensive, I don't care if you have to, like, do quests to fucking get them and whatnot. I want to be able to dress as characters from the series. I want Lance's championship outfit.
Yeah.
I want to, I don't know, maybe dress as fucking Alda or whatever, and, like, the female characters can, like, dress as Iris or Misty or whatever, but it will just add a lot of replay value when you can, I don't know, dress your character as other characters and mix and match with the regular clothes in the game.
See, I like that idea, but at the same time, I do always just pick the girl character and make her look as anime as possible, because that's how I like to present myself.
You could make her look even more anime now, mate.
Well, exactly, you can make her look like Dawn.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, Dawn's cute.
Interesting fact here, gave us a lava cookie. That's obviously a Hoenn specialty. The gym leader in this town came from Hoenn.
Yeah.
Do they explicitly say that, or is it just implied?
It's on the back of his trainer card, I believe. It might get brought up in a piece of dialogue that I've honestly forgotten. But some people have theorised that he might be Flannery's granddad.
Yeah, there are some fan theories that there is that connection there, which is pretty cool. Like, they don't necessarily go into it, because that's the sort of thing that people just speculate. But, it is nice that you can piece some kind of connections together like that.
Oh, definitely. And also something that I feel is important to note, anybody who wants to, do anything with the sound, definitely speak to, I think it's the gentleman under the bridge, although he might be by one of the shops, because he gives you headphones that allow you to, change the audio, which should be an option from the beginning.
Sorry, what? Sorry, what? Can you repeat that, please?
Yeah, it was not their smartest of choices.
That one doesn't even make sense. It was like someone was like, how can I make this more like a video game? But didn't really think it through, per se.
Yes. But there we go, that was a thing. Ooh, that's a good move.
I'm going to give it to Fang, just for shits and giggles.
It's fair enough. Make him useful for the time being.
So when you want to use a ground type move against an electric Pokemon, you've got to send your water type out.
Hell yeah!
Playing a bit Maverick here, eh?
Well, I just like ground moves in general, because they're usually quite strong, or they make you flinch, etc.
Yeah, it's cooler than Rock, so I'll take it.
Poor Rock. Rock needs to make a resurgence, honestly. Like, Bug's had its time. Now is Rock's time to shine.
Well, see, the thing there is that whenever a Pokemon I like is typed as Rock type, I kind of wish it was Ground. like I kind of wish, like, fucking Alolan Geodude was, like, Electric Ground rather than Electric Rock, just because that seems quite a bit sturdier.
It's funny you say that, because I was on VP, the Pokemon board on 4chan, when the leaks were coming out and whatnot, and there was, like, Galarian Yamask, which is Ground and Ghost, I believe, and everyone was like, why isn't this Rock and Ghost? Why is it still Ground?
Yes, but it was really helpful it being Ground and Ghost, because it gave me a really helpful member of my team.
It's pretty cool, design-wise, is the evolution of Galarian Yamask. Maybe we'll show it off, maybe we won't. But I believe I covered it in my birthday stream for 2019, evolving the Yamask into Ranunculus, I think is the name?
Runarigus.
Okay, it's very similarly named to a Psychic-type Pokemon.
Yeah, that is really needless.
Really Nicholas. But it basically it's based off of Cophagregus, which is what it actually evolves into when it's its regular form. So they just sort of changed the name around a little bit.
Now I can take it online without being banned.
Yeah, that is still one of the most fucking hilarious things to me.
Alright, I have sold my nuggets and now it's back to the shop. Please someone help me budget. I'm dying over here.
Just spend less on Litwick, you'll be fine.
No, I will absolutely refuse to do so. Let's see.
So since you're doing a bit of shopping, no, that looks hideous. Get the red Varsity jacket. It looks better. So do you want to hear the origin of Motostoke?
Oh, go on then. You've been good.
So, obviously it comes from motor and then the word stoke, obviously. Stoke being to stir up flames or to add fuel, obviously fire. But also it's a British toponym for a secondary settlement, so it's a type of town. In Japanese they call it Engine City. In Spanish they call it Ciudad Piston, obviously from piston. In French they call it Motorby, which is great. And in Italian they call it Steamington.
Cool. I like all of those, honestly. Like, I don't think any of them were bad.
Well, Motostoke's the cool one, I think.
I do think Motostoke is pretty cool. But to be fair, all of the places around here, well, in the entirety of Galar, have pretty great names. I think the only one that is a bit like is Bologna.
Yeah, that's a bit weird. Anyway, recurring joke, ha 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 ha. Is this Charizard the secret champion?
Well, Charizard does the fucking work, let's be real.
Yeah, and also Charizard is clearly the thing that gets him in the right place in the right time, because God knows Leon won't be able to do it.
I love those sponsorship things, and the low quality of them as well.
It's like they're so tacky, but it works.
Yeah, because it is exactly what you think it is. Like, he's being pushed as a marketing tool to make Galar great again and so on.
Yeah.
Although, again, why can't Charizard get some brands tattooed on him or something? That'd be kind of sick.
It would be cool to like give him some armor and whatnot. I don't know. We'll make Scorbunny hold the charcoal, and it will do some good damage when we get to the grass type gym.
Now I'm just salty that Charizard didn't get a Galar form.
I agree, by the way. I wanted to talk to Bald Guy, but Hop just fucking zapped me over here with his tutorial magic.
I know, god damn him, the cheeky git.
I don't like him. At this point in the game, anyway, he does get a lot better.
Yeah, well, to start with, he is just the tutorial dispenser, and so I can kind of see why he might get a bit grating in the early days.
Like, it's fair to allow people, I think, to be frustrated and annoyed by this sort of thing. But when it comes to characters putting in a concerted effort to become better and you still don't like that person, at that point I think it's just a write-off. You should just like get over it and move on.
Yeah.
Oh, it depends how they go about doing it, really, and whether, because like no matter how good your intentions are, if you have a grating attitude, sometimes that can get annoying too. But Hop is pretty cool when he does start getting actual development.
You sounded like you were coming to a sudden realization there about what you were saying.
Well, no, I just know that there are other characters like him that don't really get that same redemption.
True enough. And his goes all the way to like the post game, which is pretty cool.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, look, here's our token arsehole.
I like him. His story kind of cuts out halfway through the game, but I like what they did with it.
Oh yeah, definitely. And to be honest, like, it's nice having a kind of a rival character who is just consistently an asshole. He obviously becomes a bit less of an asshole once, we get past stuff. But it's nice to go back to sort of the Silver-esque vibe. Which sort of, we're missing out on that for a number of years.
This guy not questioning the fact that it's blatant nepotism. That's cool.
Look, this is the gears that make Galar go round, okay? You remove those cogs and the whole machine falls apart.
Yeah, I know, but it's although to be fair, they do have a big house and that, so they're probably tied to money and...
I like how you just referred to like them being rich as well. They've got a big house. Not like they have a lot of free real estate and whatnot, whatever. You know the number, it's here.
I mean, I would have been horrified if it was anything else.
Oh, I thought there were only two options, of either 69 or 420.
So, Flame, what was your number in the
You,
end?
no,
Was it
no, you
69?
know what it was. You know what it was. You don't need to ask him.
It's nice.
Yeah, mine was 07 for my birthday.
Aww.
To be fair, in my second run, I did just have 95, but yeah.
Not really sure what that means, but this guy is giving all this. Why don't you clear off, scum? Alright, you might as well just call me a council estate chav for all the guff you're giving me right now.
Well, I mean, that cap ain't helping you.
Well, it's fancy. No chav would wear a cap with the brim this high up.
They might if they nicked it.
True, but they would also be wearing a hoodie over the top of it.
True, yeah.
Okay, like the Badoo Drop Inn, great name by the way, is just down the road here. We probably could have found it ourselves, but here's the way marker. Oh, thank God, I thought I lost you.
I mean, it would have been a disaster, wouldn't it?
Yeah, he could have slowed down a little bit on the way. Let's keep up with him.
Okay, let's go get our nap on, and then it's... Well, we've already registered, I guess, opening ceremony time? Yeah, there we go.
Opening ceremony time. But before that, we've got something big and important. Well, two big and important things to deal with.
Precious law. Oh, there it is, a great golden man.
Is that sword compensating?
I don't know, Flame. Why don't you go back in time and ask the fucking guy?
Well, I don't know, the crutch flap's right there. Have a look for yourself.
I'm looking, but I'm not seeing anything.
Then I was correct.
Oh, some nice music here. Let's see. Could I have the short version?
Get to the point already.
TLDR, bad things happen, the end.
Basically, yeah.
So yeah, just coincidentally, a guy using a sword and a shield beat down the bad Pokemon during the darkest day.
I kind of get the vibe they're going for some theming here.
I actually kind of like this aspect of the story, because history is a fucking... It's written by the winners, okay? You could have come in and slaughtered everyone, and you could still write yourself as the good guys. That's not a statement on white people bad, that's just how history works.
Yes.
Basically, if I review Die First, I'm going to say that I was the one who did everything in HFC. That's just how history will remember things.
I am going to live just out of principle now, bitch.
Keep myself alive through sheer spite in yelling. And speaking of yelling, here is the team that I really think they should have waited another generation to bring in, because kind of too similar aesthetically to Team Skull for my liking, and Team Skull were better.
I mean, agreed, but then, I don't know, there's something that feels ever so slightly fitting about the evil team, so to speak, of this game being a bunch of rabid fans.
Well, they're like the punks, aren't they?
Yeah, but I think Richie kind of has a point. They're overly, what's the word? Zealous? Yeah, they're overly zealous.
Yes.
They yell. They try and get their way through force. I mean, if it's not a Pokemon fan, it's certainly a zealous consumer of media in general.
Yes. I mean, admittedly, it would have been quite funny had it been the evil team for the next generation. If only because, you know, then it could be seen as a reaction to the fans from this time around.
Game Freak would never survive that.
No, and also, to be fair, I don't think that they've quite got the guts to be that ballsy.
Well, that implies that they're paying attention beyond just the surface level complaints too.
Well, yes, but,
Alright,
hey, you
how
never
do
know.
we feel about the Team Yell, and I very nearly called them Team Skull there, that's how bad it is. How do we feel about the Team Yell aesthetic and battle theme?
I would say they look kind of cool. I feel like the whole face paint is a little bit excessive, but you know, like the look they're going for, they pull it off. musically, it's pretty cool. I still think it's their idol who gets the better theme.
Oh, definitely, mate. Like, the main rivals and, like, the gym battle theme and the battle themes in general, excluding maybe the champion theme, which works better in context than on its own, are all bangers. Like, I'm amazed how consistently good the battle music is in the game.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, almost a Butterfree. I completely forgot he was still on the team. They have face paint, by the way, because in addition to being just rabid media consumers, they're also football hooligans. Like, come on, Grookey, score some fucking goals!
Gotta score one more than you!
Come on, Marnie, let's have it then!
To be fair, if you're trying to represent the UK, football hooligans are a pretty famous thing, even though they really should not be, because obviously football is a very popular sport in the UK. That's why, for the gym challenge, they're basically wearing football kits. And it's sort of more of a sport-based thing, so, having the sort of whole hooligan-type vibe just fits very well.
I don't know, they ain't had a punch up yet. No one said anything racist, do they really, football hooligans?
Oh man, you should see what they cut about Leon. Oh jeez.
Oh god.
Oh god.
This battle makes me laugh because you have the first Pokemon, then you have the second fight's Pokemon, and now you have both of them together.
Yeah. But can I also point out, like, they made Zigzagoon not entirely terrible.
I like Galar's Zigzagoon. I think it's a really cool design, and the evolutions too.
I know. I mean, I like it because also it basically makes it look like a badger.
Yeah, there's something to that. It's also Gene Simmons-esque. It's Kiss references, basically.
Yes.
And like, I have seen that Gene Simmons has acknowledged it and thinks it's cool, which is pretty neat. And their legal team are really grateful for that audition.
Yeah, very much so. Is it me, or does the shiny Zigzagoon line have a bit of a Bowie feel to it?
A little bit, yeah, because it's the red and white, isn't it? It's got that kind of glam look to it.
This sort of all goes back to the whole thing of the Galarian forms and maybe doing more of them, because they are generally sometimes the most exciting things to turn up, especially with this game, because not only do you have the Galarian forms, you also have the Galarian form evolutions.
Yep.
Which was a really, really exciting thing when they first revealed that to be a thing, because it just opened up so many possibilities, and there are some Pokemon that finally got evolutions in Sword and Shield that have been desperate for evolutions for such a long time.
Oh, here we go, we got a waifu.
Of course Flame would like the fucking goth lolly.
Of course.
She's cute.
But to be fair, Marnie is pretty awesome.
She is cute, I'll give her that, but I prefer the ones that are of age, Flame.
I never said anything inappropriate, I just said she's cute.
I know you. You will be motor-stoking it to the thought of her after we're done recording here, okay?
You have literally no proof of this.
Now, Marnie's a cool character. She's not the best written character. She's not super deep or anything, but she's consistently entertaining. She isn't really all that much like Lily. It's another Hop Hal situation. They superficially resemble, like, previous characters, but once you actually start playing the game and, like, understanding the characters, you'll find that they are separate in personality.
Well, I think the way that she's quite reserved as a character, and I think that's a good juxtaposition to the fact that her followers are these really loud punks. I think that kind of bounces off each other pretty well.
Yeah.
Definitely. It also sort of means that you've got a really great sort of team of four, in the sense of you've got you being silent, stoic protagonist, Hop being excitable maniac, Marnie being sort of chill, cool-headed, nice person, and then the guy whose name we don't have yet, but I'm just going to call him Bede because that's his name, who's basically just psychopathic maniac and constant asshole. And so you've got a nice spectrum of personalities there, which means that it sort of is a fun ride going forward. And also, I feel just as before the whole thing actually begins, in terms of ages, there's no specific age for our protagonists here. However, that said, I think people have kind of settled on them being around 14, 15, 16, because obviously Red Red, Blue, Yellow, Silver, Gold, Crystal, Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, they were all basically 10.
Yeah.
Black and White 2, I think they were more like 12-ish.
Yeah, they were definitely older.
And then XY, they were made to be sort of more 14, 15. I don't know about Sun and Moon, but Sword and Shield, the characters look much more similar in age to X and Y, so I think people have gone along the lines of, well, they're probably about the same.
It's anime, you know how this works. They could be 12, they could be 20, and it's the same fucking look.
I mean, this is true. I mean, I have to say, I think it would be quite cool to have a Pokemon game where the protagonists are like 20, but then the game is aimed at children, and that's sort of part of the whole wish fulfillment, and I wouldn't want to take that away from kids who it's their first sort of experience. But for me, being an old pro at these things, it would be nice to see a Pokemon protagonist who is my age.
I would like to see representation of the 24-year-old shut-in so I can properly feel like this is my game.
Flame, I'm gonna be honest, that would be a very short game unless there was like an online world in Pokemon, and oh my god, that's a great idea actually. We need a Battle Network Pokemon game is what I'm saying here.
No, I was thinking, is this going to end up like some Pokemon Isekai or some shit?
Essentially. What is video game but an isekai you travel to and create a new life? I don't know where I was going with that, I'm sorry. Here is the opening ceremony. Rose is here, giving it all this. Welcome. Thank you for spending money and stimulating the economy. I enjoy money. Do you enjoy money? There's a Grookey in the crowd there.
If more of you bought tickets, I might have been able to afford a voice.
Also, how the fuck are they hearing him? There are no, like, Rotom models flying around him.
No, them subtitles are actually just floating in front of him at all times.
How can they see it? Whatever, I'm not going to nitpick. It's a stupid nitpick anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I think we can just assume that there's a microphone on him somewhere. It's fine.
That earring's actually a mic. That's the only thing I can see on him that looks like one.
Dude, this is one of the most hype moments in the game. I actually like this a lot.
I do think it's really awesome. I will, however, point out that it's these particular cutscenes that make it clear that really they should just get voice actors in at this point. But, moving that, this cutscene is awesome.
They give the gym leaders so much personality here, which makes them very endearing. Like, again, not the deepest characters, but with the whole gym challenge thing, you feel more connected to these people and just the process of going to gyms than ever before in a Pokemon game.
Oh, definitely.
Well, you get to encounter some of them and get to know them. The version exclusive ones, not so much.
Yeah, like, B here is version exclusive, and there's another one coming up as well. Wait for him, right there. It's Ronaldo from Pokemon. I see you. Ronaldo from Pokemon, Steven Universe is what I was trying to say.
Yeah, it wasn't a funny joke. Don't worry.
Okay, well. So yeah, we're missing one. Where could they be?
Sometimes you just get busy when these things come up, okay?
It's like, oh shit, was there a thing today? Nah, I'm sure there wasn't a thing today.
Oh god, it's the legendary showing up again.
I was really expecting, like, a mock battle to take place here, but that's just it, it's just a ceremony, and you don't even actually get to see the ceremony.
No, I mean, because that would have, taken far too much effort and money to develop.
Okay.
But to be fair, like, I get sort of cutting it there, it makes sense, otherwise, we've been there for far too long. But yeah, I do wish that they had, introduced voice acting for, even if just for those scenes, that would have made it a lot more engaging.
Hello, children. I am not evil, definitely not. Pay no attention to my hair, my beard, my theme, or general lust for power. Yes, you like Dynamax, I like Dynamax. Everybody loves Dynamax.
Oh, God.
I mean, to be fair to Chairman Rose,
okay,
he's probably the least obviously villainy of the villains that we've had throughout the Pokemon saga. It's not like they're trying to pull an X and Y on us with Lysander, with, you know, his fully black clothing and massive lion red hair.
I am a good boy. I will partake in no genocide.
Yeah.
Ignore the fact that the phone I made is literally called the Holocaster.
Jeez, oh my god!
God!
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow. Moving swiftly on.
That's gotta be unintentional. No way that would have passed the censors.
Well, it's just fascinating to me when you pair it up with the fact that their plan is like the Team Flare Master group and that. That's why I've always kind of seen them as that extra level of fucked up for guys who otherwise look like just weird fashion people.
Oh, that knocked me on my arse. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that was not something I was expecting, and not something that I was expecting that would
you
actually
haven't caught on
stick.
to that before.
Because I've not paid that much attention, and yet I'm the one who studied English.
We don't like Gen 6 the way you do, Flame.
Now you're making me look bad because I like the one with the Nazis in it.
Oh, you must be a Steven Universe fan.
No, that's even worse.
Oh. I'm sad now. But it's okay. We just got the thing that will allow us to fly out of any awkward situation. It's Fly, the flying taxis. Corviknight will come and aid you. It's fine. You don't need a Charizard to awkwardly fly on anymore. We'll just take a Pokemon holding a big metal death cage in the sky.
I mean, that's basically taking a plane anyway, just without the Pokemon. But this makes a lot more sense than the Charizard ones, because, like, of course, like a taxi, just, you know, you hop in, that means multiple people can go in the same taxi. It just makes so much more sense.
It's got to be more bearable than a plane because you haven't got to listen to someone else's kid screaming the whole fucking way.
You're not wrong.
I do also appreciate the fact that these trainers are walking along. You do just get their text bubble pop up. You don't have to stand and talk to them all.
Yes.
Which is so much more manageable than... Like, if you're the kind of person like me who does like to talk to everyone to see what everyone's got to say, you know, it just makes the process that much quicker.
And the fact that, like, everyone's cheering you on, even though you're just a challenger in the gym thing, it does make the world feel more alive.
Well, it's exciting for them, aren't they? Especially, like, just because they get to see all these, essentially, athletes out in the field and just meet them. And, you know, it feels like a much more involved form of sport. So you can kind of see why all the, like, local residents and that are excited to see these people passing through their towns.
Oh, yeah. Because, I mean, basically, the Gym Challenge does make these people celebrities, in a way. And so everybody gets... Well, I'm not saying everybody gets excited when they see a celebrity, but most people in the general public get incredibly excited seeing celebrities. That's where people get starstruck.
Yep.
And, hey, it's a battle with Hop again, although we are now in a field rather than on a bridge.
Okay, there is a reason for this. We are about 5 meters away from this exact environment.
I mean, yeah, that is very true.
It's just rounding it up. They didn't want to make an entirely new background just for Motostoke. That is efficiency / laziness I can get behind.
Okay, but to be fair, in X and Y there was a bridge you could battle them.
Okay.
Just saying. Another point for X and Y, fuck you.
Okay, you've proven me wrong. Here, have a free Charizard.
Fuck yeah. Is it really worth it, Hop?
Is it?
Well, he clearly thinks it is, and that's what's important.
Yeah, but he's got dumb AI.
Well, yes, but you've got to think about sort of the character motivations rather than the computer behind it.
Yeah, but, like, he's not an idiot, so why would he do that? That's what I'm fucking getting at.
It's true, yeah.
Hey, we're gonna get a Butterfree soon.
Yay! I don't know why, but there was something I was watching the other day, and one of the questions was basically along the lines of what Pokemon does Ash set free, and somebody just could not figure it out. It was like a Butterfree.
Is it like half of his fucking team?
I have absolutely no idea, but it was it's something in my memory banks. I wish I knew what it was, but it's fine because, you know, Rookie D's gonna absolutely slaughter this Grookey.
once Tom's done buffing for no reason.
I was trying to be a bit strategic for once in my pathetic life. Will you let me have this?
No, because you have a tight advantage and a stab move. Just keep on wailing it until it dies.
Give you a fucking stab move, you contradict me again.
Come on, fucking try me, bitch.
No.
The pussy always loses.
Indeed, Flame. That is why I am in charge and you are not.
Who tells you what to do all the time, though?
Fuck!
No, at this point, leader of HFC is one of them titles that people get to make them feel good and work harder.
Yeah, it might as well be the leaders of HFC at this point.
Well, I get to be a petty little bitch sometimes, so it works out for me.
And I just get to chill, so that's fine by me.
Nice.
And he's dead.
Hey!
Ach, no, me ace.
It's fine, I'm sure that Hop has a full team of Pokemon to back him up, right?
That's a lot of level ups. Oh, here comes Rocky D.
Yay! Annoyingly, we don't have any electric type moves to throw out here, or even a rock type move, to be fair, but it'll be fine. It's not like we're in desperate need of type advantages at this moment in time.
Not particularly. Hop doesn't really give as good as he can get until the end game when he has a legendary, okay? And depending on what version you're playing, even that could be a piss take.
Yes. I mean, speaking of which, you're playing the version where it's basically a piss take.
I did enjoy that picture that's been going around of like the toy shop where all the Sorg ones have been sold and the Shield ones are all on the shelf.
Yeah.
Like, people clearly have a fucking favourite here.
I like both of them, honestly.
They're cool, but like if you're gonna pick one...
Yeah, I mean, I do prefer Zacian's design to Zamazenta's, but, yeah, it was quite funny.
Oh, jeez, how did I lose?
Maybe it's because I didn't fucking catch anything.
Well, I mean, we didn't even leave Motostoke during this whole thing. Oh god, what will it evolve into? Galarian Butterfree? Who knows?
It's not even a Butterfree that can Gigantamax, it's just a waste of time.
Oh, it kind of is.
I mean, I like Butterfree, but I don't really use him for that long into a game.
No, nobody does.
He was good for having confusion in the early games to take on Brock with, considering Brock doesn't really use rock-type moves as far as I can recall. But, yeah, he's going back in the thing now. I'm done with Butterfree. Oh, thank you. I am going to put this straight on eBay, and by eBay I mean the trash.
What is trash, Tom? Remember what region we're in?
The floor. The floor will do just fine.
The rubbish bin. There you go.
Otherwise known as insert county of your choice here. Look, I'm not painting a target on my back, okay? Fuck that. Alright guys, this was the first week of HFC covering Pokemon Sword. Come back next time when we'll have a whole bunch more. That guy was checking me out there. Look, I know it's awkward. Whatever. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.